My name is Arethia Brooks, and welcome to my channel here at Essentials to a Journey. If you are returning, welcome back, and if it's your first time, welcome. So I am, a little bit about me, I am a self-care and mindset health coach, but on this channel, I focus specifically on self-care. If you're interested in any of the mindset stuff that I teach or talk about or any of the discussions, go ahead and you can click the link down below, and that will send you right over to my mindset channel. I talk a lot about mindset and how to basically approach mindset, the things you may be dealing with when it comes to mindset, signs, symptoms, and any and all things mindset. So let's get into today's topic of discussion. And what I will be discussing is, as you change, or as the seasons change, so do you. And what I mean by this in general is that as we approach different seasons, as we enter fall, for example, we notice the changes in the colors on the leaves begin to change. And, as we enter spring, everything begins to bloom. So the weather changes, but we also internally change. We feel different. We feel lighter. When it's cold out, we want to wear warmer clothing. We want to, I don't know about you guys, but I want to be, in my bed, warm, with lots of blankets, teas, and a good movie, and just snuggled up. But when it's spring and summer, I'm ready to just go outside. I'm ready to have fun and be all playful, wear really cute outfits, and just soak up the sun, keep tanning. I'm already tan, but I like still working on getting more color. So that's what I mean when it comes to, as we change, the seasons change. Our mood is affected by the seasons. The things that we do is also affected by seasonal changes. So what I want to focus on specifically today is some things that you can put in your self-care toolbox as the seasons change. And one of the things in particular I think that everyone should have or invest in is an air purifier. I've recently noticed that when I travel, or if I'm home and I just feel like I'm either sneezing more because there's more dust, or there's pollen or something in the air, I need something to help get the dust and clean the air. So I think having a air purifier will help you with, or at least staying on top of your immunity and your immune system. And it's just a great tool to have in your toolbox for self-care. And these air purifiers come in so many different sizes. Like, for example, I have with me a little portable one that I use for travel. There are also ones that you can find that are on the larger size, and I do have one at home, and that is basically it covers a bigger square footage. So if you have one and you can place it in your living room area, it also covers the other areas within your home base. I guess you have to read the description of the one that you purchase, but it covers a lot more square footage. So it just basically depends on your need and the access for having an air purifier. Again, I have both a portable one, which I like to take with me on trips, and I have a larger size one, which I keep at home. And it also detects, I think it's great because it detects whether or not the air is actually clean. So if it's not, it will, it purifies the air for you, and it'll let you know what setting it's on. If it's not exactly, the air is not of great quality, it'll clean it, and then once it's clean, it goes to the light turns blue. So I think this is great. It's a great tool to have. And as far as another great tool that you can have, or I think you should put in your toolbox for self-care, I would say having lots of water. And I think honestly everybody should be drinking a good amount of water every day. You need water. Your cells need water. To function, you need water. So drinking lots of water, if you have a water purifier, that's great. If you like to drink bottles of water, that's also great too. I even think adding a bit of minerals and electrolytes to your water will also help you to stay hydrated, especially if you are approaching like spring and summer. As it, when it's hot outside, we tend to sweat more, so we need electrolytes to help us stay hydrated. So if you like to go to the powder form, I'm sure there are so many different drugstores or grocery stores that actually have electrolyte packets that you can just throw into your water bottle. But me personally, I go the natural route, and I love to add like lime juice. So lime juice from either just juiced bottles of lime juice that I just take and put like a tablespoon or a teaspoon in, or I will take the actual lime and just squeeze that over in a glass of water. Also adding some sea salt, as well as some minerals such as maple syrup. So I think all three of these, if you have access to any of this will do. But again, if you're not one of those like people who like to go and do things yourself and create your own concoctions, that's fine too. You can buy the packets, keep them on hand, take them with you when you travel, especially if you're traveling, you're walking, or you're taking a long extended trip, you're on a flight, having access to some, throwing them in your bag, no problem. Again, this is electrolytes, and it gives you lots of minerals if you're going the natural route. And another tool that I think would be great to have in your toolbox for your self-care routine as the seasons begin to change is, and I cannot get enough of this, is either disinfectant wipes or disinfectant sprays. Again, germs and bacteria, if we haven't learned anything from past events that have happened, years ago, I won't say the actual event that happened, but events that have happened in the past that have left us kind of like questioning our health and our wellness. And, if you're one of those people that feel like you want peace of mind, then having some, disinfecting wipes or some sprays, or even just having some hand sanitizer, antibacterial sanitizers. This is great as well to just keep your hands clean. Little bottles of soap, but the disinfectant wipes are great, especially for surface level things. If you are someone who likes to travel, or you like making sure that your home stays nice and tidy and clean and dust free, having some disinfectant wipes to keep surfaces clean from bacteria, but also just wiping things down from dust and mites. And or if you don't like the wipes, if you are one of those people and you don't have the time, you just want to go through buying a spray and just kind of sanitizing the room or wherever you are, door handles, this is great. I use both. Another great tool to have in your toolbox, I would say, for self-care as the seasons change, this is one of my favorites, is I would say specialty teas. I am so obsessed with teas as the seasons change, and I don't care if it's summer, spring, winter, fall. I love a good tea. I love it if it's, and when it's hot, and it does not matter the season. But I think these things, having teas on hand, it's great because it helps as like an immunity booster. And that's what I basically use them for. You can also go to any juice place and they have immunity boosters. You can use those, but I love a really great tea, whether it's like rose hip or it's peppermint, which is great on digestion and on your stomach. Also, adding ginger tea. You can buy any or all of these at your local store, grocery store, specialty food store. But I personally love to make my own tea. So for example, I love adding, and I use this tea year round. I love adding Manuka honey, ginger, slices of ginger, fresh ginger, as well as black pepper, a little bit of cayenne pepper. So like a fourth spoon of of cayenne pepper, and what else? Turmeric, if I didn't say that already, as well as maybe even some lime juice, you know. And I will mix all of these, ingredients together. Excuse me, I can't speak today. But I mix all of this together in hot water, and I let it sit for a bit and just have it. And again, I use this no matter what season I'm in, winter, spring, summer, or fall. It's great, but it's a great immune booster. It's also just really great for the skin. It's good for hydration. It's anti-inflammatory. There's so many wonderful benefits for all of these ingredients. If you're interested, please feel free to look up any and all of the ingredients I just gave you so that you have a full spectrum or an idea of what each ingredient the purpose that each ingredient serves. But these are 4 essentials that I would consider putting in your toolbox as the seasons begin to change. You can also find all of these, in a local food store. I love Amazon. I'm a big Amazon Prime person. So yeah, I hope these things have helped you. If you've gotten any use out of any of this, go ahead and hit the like. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe, because I'm here every week providing you with, whether it's short form or longer form content, giving you guys my personal truth and everything I think about self-care. And if you have your own self-care essentials, please feel free to write that down below so that, I would love to read it. I would love to understand what you guys are doing for yourselves, for your self-care routine, what you have in your toolbox. But also I think it would be great for others to also see what's out there. So again, if you've liked this, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I wish you lots of peace, light, and much love.